What is going on, everybody, and welcome to the Crucible Colosseum. You're used to me saying a little bit different of an intro. I'm usually saying welcome to Trials Halftime, and thank you for being here, like you are on Trials Halftime, but I wanted to actually take the moment to do something a little bit different. We get this tournament once a month for a week straight, Iron Banner, and typically there's some pretty good stuff to farm. And along with going over just Iron Banner, the pros, the cons, things that we want and things that we probably need to see fixed into it, free to play. Free to play has been something that has been on the talk lately, and it's something I want to discuss with the gentleman I got in tonight. So without further ado, bring them in. As always, Total Alpha. You remember him from the first two episodes. He's been on as a big friend of mine, and he's been doing me a lot of big favors. He's also a big strong rival of mine within the Crucible as well. He busts my balls a lot, but he's been someone who's been very helpful week in and week out. We usually get a bunch of flawlesses done together, so it's really good to get those friendships within the Crucible. Without further ado, Total Alpha, say what's up to everybody.
Yeah, man, I just want to say thanks for having me on again, dude. And of course, it's always a pleasure to be, hanging out with you inside the Crucible, but also outside the Crucible as well. Yeah. And to your point, man, that's what friendships are all about, man. We bust heads sometimes. We get on each other's nerves sometimes, but at the end of the day, it's all about getting to the lighthouse. And I just want to say thanks for having us, and to chat. We have a whole lot of good stuff to talk about today, especially some news in the TWAB that we got today regarding trials, but also of course what we got going on now, Iron Banner. So thanks for having me.
100%. And yes, I'm really glad that you brought that up, the TWAB. It's almost like I had something click in my mind. I said, let's just do an episode right after the TWAB, because we got a bunch of content to talk about, and it's fresh, and it's actually incorporated to something that we do here week in and week out. We talk about trials, so it'll be nice to touch upon that when we do. But let me introduce the other guest, and he as well was on this episode the last time with Total Alpha, so it's really good to have him back full-fledged with his neck showing, face all on the screen to see that face of his. Dave, man, thanks again for being here, and thank you again for being a part of the show and the community as well, because you're another person that we didn't play a lot. We jumped into to trials literally like maybe an hour before we went live, and we went flawless. You are the perfect example of where I want this show to succeed, as well as the sweaty people to help the others, but the groups that are unlikely to hit it, but that will just have the perfect chemistry out of like some LFG scenario. Like, let's just jump in and go. So I'm glad to have you back, and tell us what's new with you. Anything going on?
Well, hey, thanks for having me back. I appreciate it, Wolfie. Alpha, we had a great show last time. Looking forward to this one. I've been keeping my expectations low for this next season. I know we're going to be talking about that a little bit, so I've been taking a bit of a break, hopped into a little bit of banner, so I'm excited to run into a wall tonight with that. And, just this game, as frustrating as it can be, like Alpha just mentioned, it's all about the friendships and everything that you build, and it really is what drives a lot of us to come back. As annoying as the game can be, as annoying trials can be, any of that kind of stuff, it finds a way to reel you right back in. So I'm looking forward to playing tonight with you guys and having a good conversation. And just appreciate you guys having me back.
Dude, and thanks again for being here, and I'm really happy to have you back. You two individuals are definitely some people I want to circulate. If something like this is interesting, you've seen my content before and you see what I'm trying to do. I'm really just trying to highlight players I play with. Trying to show off a little bit what makes me successful, but sometimes I learn from the people I play with. I pick up on things from the people I play with, tendencies and things that will help me be a better teammate, but also a better individual player. Because if I can be a better teammate, I'm gonna make the individual plays almost all the time, because keeping your teammates alive is a big portion to being successful. So I wanted to talk about a few things before we jumped in, because as well, this is a special episode, and it's something I would like to venture in playing with the community, and I think Banner is a perfect way to not only get my feet wet, but the community's feet wet as well. So if you are, I am on Xbox today with these two good-looking gentlemen. So if you are on Xbox as well, and you're in the viewership, and you would like to play with us, just shoot me a friend invite, and as soon as we're done with this talk, we're gonna jump into a few rounds of Banner, and we're just gonna talk, go over things as we play, and just have a good time. You know, win or lose. Obviously, we're a little competitive people right here. We play trials on the weekend, so we're obviously looking to have fun. But if you're having a good time in the meantime, hey, who can complain? So to get into the first topic real quick, and I made a short video kind of just leading up to this, the free-to-play aspect. And Jay, I want to start with you. Free-to-play and the access points that free-to-play players have. Trials and Iron Banner being one of them. Free-to-play players can access those two playlists. One really great streamer, Astacross, he actually made a pretty decent video talking about a couple ideas to handle it. What is your opinion? What do you feel, and what's your kind of take on the whole free-to-play, where it fits into Destiny, and should it be in these pinnacle activities, PvP-wise, such as Iron Banner and Trials?
And you know, with free to play, you know, it's in a weird spot right now. It's like, you know, if you're free to play, you know, it's like, where do you go? You know, should you just scratch the surface of Crucible, or should you get the, you know, the full experience? To my, you know, opinion, I would say, you know, give them some game modes that are less you know, less played. You know, give them Showdown, give them, you know, Mayhem, like Cross said in his video, you know, just for them to like test out supers, or to kind of get the feel of the game before you really dive into you know, a competitive playlist like Trials or Iron Banner, where power level is important. The thing is, like with Trials and Banner, you know, that's where you typically get your better PvP weapons, and you know, I think that should be more rewarding for the people that paid for the, you know, the DLC or that season pass, you know, for that season. But I get to Bungie's standpoint to where without free to play, those player pools might be a little on the slimmer side of things, so matchmaking might take a little bit longer depending on connection and region and the server you're trying to connect to. But you know, on the flip side, you know, I think with last week's TWAB allowing some of the PC tweaks to be a little bit more transparent to how controller plays, you know, that's really just a big anticipation for cross-play, which will kind of boost those activity levels up for your matchmaking. So I think that will kind of be the counter to Crucible free-to-play, is bringing cross-play into the mix a little bit.
Mm-hmm. My biggest fear is when we bring crossplay into that mix, we're inviting all of the current issues that they have plaguing them, cheating and the sort. So
DDoS and everything, yeah.
Yeah, and the DDoSing right now, we're a few days away from their apparent fix, and that fix was supposed to be pretty substantial because they said should handle DDoSing situation. They're pretty vague with their TWABs, but this was a problem disrupting the console community for quite some time. It's kind of dwindled down, but I feel that has to do with just Trials' overall excitement. As soon as the excitement picks back up, these people will have a reason to go back in there. We might see a cheating have a complete tenfold and turn the spectrum. One thing I did agree on with Cross's review was this pay gap and this paywall. It will do more harm than good, in my opinion. Whereas this Destiny and Bungie itself, a lot of people have an issue with constant paying for drawn out seasons, this drip feed, reusable content, reissued weapons. So I understand having to hear that pay word and incorporated with the way they have delivered content with the last year. I understand it could be much. To some, $10 is $10 or whatever it could be, but if they incorporated that in the season pass, maybe the mitigation of cheating during the crossplay crossover hopefully will be less of a problem. Dave, where do you stand on this? Is it something that's on your radar? I know as the console community, I have delved into both PC and console, and I've seen the cheating firsthand. But how do you feel? Are you feeling like, you know, the Hobbit's just away from Mordor, but at some point you got to help? You got to help because the cheating is going to run rampant, and that essentially is the crossover. Do you feel threatened by Bungie's inability for an anti-cheat, crossplay, and then the whole free-to-play issue about free-to-play players having access to playlists such as Trials and Banner? What's your take?
Well, I think just right off the bat, by making Banner, Trials a paid option, like once you pay for the season, you get access to it. I think you almost have to do it. And I think there's a variety of reasons why you would see a lot of benefits by doing that. First of all, as we obviously just mentioned, cheating, that should help mitigate some of those issues where, like Cross mentioned in his video, people just make a new account, make a new account. And that's only if they do get banned. As we've also seen, there's plenty of people that keep playing on accounts for, that have back bans all the time and are still on that account. So by making it a paid option, I think that would help with that 100%. Just in the fact that with the season pass model as it is now, if you look at the seasons side by side, there's not a lot that paid season pass owners get versus non-paying users. So I mean, like with this season, I think you get the strike 1 week early, and then the main loop, the whatever it's called, the new activity, that's going to be a paid option. But something like Banner, something like Trials, those are supposed to be in-game activities anyways. Like that should be something that a paying customer gets. They should be rewarded for that. The weapons that go with that. And then, also that kind of, in my opinion, might actually help when we're talking about, getting Trials refreshes or getting Iron Banner refreshes. If you have paying people going for that content, maybe Bungie would be more incentivized to keep refreshing because, hey, if they don't buy the season, they don't get the new gear. They don't get these new stuff. I know we're kind of going into the pay-to-win territory a little bit, but I think everyone always kind of says that stuff. But honestly, if I know that I'm going to be getting new gear from several different activities, then yeah, I mean, I'll drop $10. I'm going to be paying for it anyways. Why not? So I think there's a lot of reasons why, they shouldn't make it, it's like you got to do it. I almost feel like that.
There's a few things. Oh, sorry, Jay. I was just gonna say there's a few things in chat I just wanted to kind of reiterate. Cody Burrows kind of has the same trepidation that most of us are feeling. He says crossplay plus no anti-cheat makes me afraid to play on console when it rolls out, and that's pretty much the safe haven I felt when I was playing all season of Worthy on PC. I'm like, I can't do this with people in LFG. No matter how positive I try to remain, it was really bad at some weekends where I was just I was not about to have it. Milt Q Llama, maybe give free-to-play players one game mode in Crucible, but not Trials or Iron Banner. I like that idea. I think maybe throw in Mayhem. Lono had said that earlier this week in his stream, giving the players, free-to-play players, Mayhem would even the odds, because who cares what happens in Mayhem? Everyone gets their super almost instantly, so let them run amok in there. What were you gonna say, Jay? Sorry.
Yeah, on that subject of the kind of the paywall for Trials and Iron Banner, to a PvP player, Trials and Iron Banner is like our equivalent to like a raid. It's where we spend most of our time at. And, with Deepstone Crypt being locked behind, the Beyond Light expansion, granted, I don't think Trials or Banner should be at the same price point as a DLC, but, you got to put some type of pay gap to where, these things that are, to me, as rewarding as something in the Deepstone Crypt, you got to put a paywall on it, just because how beneficial it is as a player and as a guardian to obtain these armors and these adept mods and these exclusive weapons, I would say, because who knows? I mean, the trials weapons may have some type of intrinsic perk on it, which may be more beneficial to go that pay route. Granted, for $10 for 3 months of activity, I'm set. I mean, even if they raised it to $15 or $20, I still think would still be a pretty good price point to, keep, those free to players, I guess, out of that top tier competitive modes.
Go ahead.
I was going to just quickly say what DefSide just said. I love picking the minds of other people with the comments. He says, don't let free to play level up to 1260, cap them at 1250. So keeping the non-free to play players out of the pinnacle grind, I almost would be completely content with that. And it's not like some of those people, they're still going to be able to cheat at that level. That's obviously the biggest concern. So now we're probably just hurting the people just getting in, but I like the idea. I like it a lot. What were you going to say?
There's a few things with that. I mean, was it Def? Yeah, Def side was saying about locking their power cap. 100% agree with that. But I mean, you don't even have to make it that close to the pinnacle cap. I mean, you could do it at the soft cap, and by that time you've had a taste of do I like this or not? So that gives them that. Kind of what Cross was going on, but like the mayhem route, or even just 1 or 2 modes of quick play, they get that taste. That's not power enabled, so you can still play that, you can try it out. But then the people that pay for the content, that are your returning customers, they should be getting something for that. And especially when you talk about trials, as we're going to in a minute, that took a while to get a new set of gear, and then three new weapons. I think if you're going to be paying 10, or even like Jay was saying, $15 or $20 every 3 months, I mean, you're paying more than Beyond Light. So you should be getting that access, and you shouldn't have to worry about the experience that you're paying for being ruined by cheaters that can just make a free account and just ruin your experience just to have fun for a few hours. I think it's stupid.
100% agree, and I'm reading pretty much everything. Do free to play players even play these activities much in the first place? I mean, people are already leaving these activities, and that's while having good loot / stasis. Roxas, agreed, 100%. But a lot of the exploitive activity that the cheaters are doing is just because they can just get banned on one account, quickly boot up, and they're right back to it. It's the ease of access we're trying to mitigate. But you're absolutely right with that comment between loot incentive, and that's truly a whole nother argument. But you're right, between loot incentive and people's, and I'm probably sounding biased, but people's ability yet to not cope with stasis, because, and this might be a hot take, but it's how I feel. I feel that what they're doing with stasis is they're trying to show us where they want kills to generate from, regardless of what they did with that nerf to the fissures, the wall. Like if you're very accurate, I've said this in plenty of videos, that you are still going to be very lethal with the shatter dive ice wall combination. It's and Jay can attest to how I play it. Hey, I believe what's the name you give it?
What, Shatter Dive?
The whole mix up of what I do with the Shatter Dive, the Wolverine special, I think it's what you
call it. The Wolverine cheese.
Yeah. It's what I'm going through the maze for. But I actually 100% agree with you. I think those are a whole 2 different issues entirely. And I think that's actually an excellent segue to the information we got to today. And that was the new Trials armor and the new 3 new Trials weapons that my 2 co-hosts just talked about. Dave, since you were about to talk, and I didn't mean to cut you off, I just wanted to catch these guys, especially when I get something, because I definitely want our viewers to feel just as part of the show as we are. But I want to ask you, what was your first general impression? We got a little tease of it last week, but now got to see it full front face. What did you feel about the armor?
The armor, I think the armor looks good, honestly, overall. I mean, Trials armor always looks good. It always does. I'm glad that they finally added it, since it seems like people that consistently play Trials have been asking for this forever. But I think the Titan looks great. Hunter always looks good. Warlock's not too bad. But no, I'm glad that they added the armor. I think we're going to probably talk about some more stuff here in a minute regarding armor, but they need to keep this stuff fresh, in my opinion, especially with transmog coming, but I'm sure we'll talk about that later.
You can touch on these certain things, because we're not gonna talk about a whole lot in this episode. Mm-hmm. Typically we go the whole thing and we're talking and we're strategizing. We're gonna do something a little bit different, like I talked about. If you're in the audience or you're just catching in late and you're on Xbox and you're interested and you want to play a little banner with us while we go back and forth, I'll be in the party as well. So I'll be talking to you, Alpha, and so will Dave, man. We're going to all be in the party on stream. We're just going to play a few, talk, and I'm going to get your opinions, what you're feeling, and we're going to basically get a kind of a census of what the community's feeling while playing together on exactly the same topics that we're talking about right now. Free to play, new Trials armor, new weapons as well. There was 3 new weapons, Dave. Are you excited about any of these weapons? The hand cannons seems to be something that they took a point to let us know, hey, this is coming. So do you feel that's going to be a coveted item?
I mean, hand cannons and Destiny is like bread and butter. It always goes together. PB and J, any combination you want, that's Destiny to me. So I mean, if they didn't have a hand cannon, I think we'd be more upset. Obviously, I think it's going to be 142, I believe, which feel really good. Obviously, 120s feel great, but 140s feel good. I was mentioning with you guys before the show, but I was a little surprised on the pulse and how it's probably going to be an exact copy of the D1 pulse. The curve sword is kind of hilarious, as we've talked about with 3 peaking and everything else going on.
There's a lot of memes going out.
They're pretty great. It's like, hey, we're listening.
Super energy for 3 peaking. It's kind of hilarious, actually.
As Jay made an offhanded comment, maybe it'll be, instead of 3 peaking, it'll be 4 peaking, so we can, just go right through the walls and stuff. But so that to me is a little concerning, especially how long it took to get a refresh. That there being only 3 weapons, one of which is a carbon copy of a D1 weapon, which they said specifically it wasn't. Well, I guess they said the armor wasn't going to be a reprisal, but I thought they said both. The hand cannon is pretty close to like a Suros one, so it's kind of a reskin, but I'm not going to go too crazy about that. And obviously the bow is just like the one from Arrivals, but looks like it's going to be solar. But I don't know. We'll see. Obviously I would hope for a full set or something similar to cover that, but what are you going to do?
No, when we're in a desert and we're very thirsty, any drips of water they can give us is definitely a great sign. Jay, armor, weapons, and guys, right before we transition, because we're going to be playing with the viewers, so if, like I said, I know some of you are either shy or you're probably not on Xbox, which is totally understandable. But if you're on Xbox and you're viewing right now and you'd like to play with us, we're going to be jumping into Banner shortly, and we're just going to literally talk, play, same thing we're doing. I'm going to still be on stream. But Jay, what are you feeling? Are you excited for the new weapons? Are you PvE wise and PvP and the Trials armor? Are you liking the way it looks? Are you excited to grind it? What's your opinion?
Well, I'm, kudos to Bungie for, I guess, doing some type of refresh to the armor and Trials. I wasn't really expecting too much, but I'm not gonna lie. I've seen better armor in, Iron Banner and other game modes. I'm not even trying to bash the armor, but I mean, like I said, I think D1 Iron Banner armor was probably the most iconic armor set I've ever seen. I wish they could have brought some of that flair back, with like the more the knight in armor kind of Game of Thrones looking armor sets.
Mohawk, man, I tell you, that was
the Titan Mohawk, good. Man, or like the Hunter cloak that actually had the wolf on top of it.
Oh man,
yeah. I miss that creativity, or that iconicness that Bungie always really brought to the armor set to make it one of a kind. There have been times where I'll be at the tower and I'll get a message and be like, oh, we know what season of Iron Banner did you get that from? It was just iconic. But also, I'm glad that Bungie also did like a refresh, like on the Ghost, the ship, and the Sparrow, and not leaving those out as a part of some rare loot. And who knows, like, to obtain like these, the Ghost, the ship, and the Sparrow, there might be some type of like special way you have to achieve these, like wins after flawless, or just like how the ship or the Ghost and the Sparrow this season, you can only get it from the flawless chest.
It's gonna be
So who knows, they might be able to they might be able to make this loot a little bit more harder to get, but at the same time make it feel more rewarding to attain those items.
Also,
but
go ahead. Can we also, ask for maybe random chance in the game, scarab style emblems or shaders? I mean, like a couple shaders, random chance in the game, I think goes a long way. And I don't know, it's just like, I hope they mix it up a little bit.
Yeah, I wish the shaders could go through some sort of renaissance. I don't know why there isn't some sort of way to create our own through some sort of bank or collection. I've thought about that for a while, because I typically I'll run an all white Guardian while I use the Trials of Honor. I typically would like colors that were uniform. I like to be the same, so there hasn't been a lot of colors that have been all black. So I it's something I would like. I know we're getting off topic, but these are the types of things I wish they would probably invest upon in the future, even as something as simple as a shader, and maybe like Shaders 2.0, where we're using our materials in a way to create our own shade or something like that. I am very excited about the new ship. I am a ship collector. I love ships cosmetically in this game. It's probably my favorite cosmetic portion of Destiny, or the ships. And I'm really excited for that ship. I'm excited the fact that it will glow while you are on a flawless week as well. So those types of things are getting the community excited, and that excitement's a little bit overdue, as well as new maps. Real briefly, what do you guys feel is the expiration date on a lot of these Crucible playlists if we don't get any sort of new injection of whether maps, playlists, the directory on the Crucible has been, kind of shallow, to say the least, since we've started Beyond Light. I don't know your opinion about it. Even though as crazy as the directory was on the Crucible playlist prior to the expansion, it was jumbled, and we got stuff every week, though. That was the one positive, and some of those playlists aren't even in the game anymore. They've been vaulted. Do you guys feel that the PvP realm cannot go much longer without at least some sort of attention outside of trials? And armor on Banner hasn't been touched in a minute. What do you Dave, let me start with you. How do you feel about that? Do you feel that PvP, I hate to use the word neglected, because that really sounds somewhat of an entitlement when we just got announced a bunch of new stuff for trials.
True though.
But it's true though. Trials kind of fell flat, but like I said, I'm trying to find a median where maps haven't been introduced. We should have gotten one Europa map. I'm sorry. I'll take that one. I'll die on that hill. We should have gotten one Europa PvP map. Whether they wanted to make it a 6v6 only map and didn't want to worry about the trials aspect and just make it like a mayhem or something, we should have got a Europa map. So I will die on that hill. But I'm not going to
just kind of sum it all up. I guess I think all of us can agree. PvP has just kind of felt stale. There hasn't been any type of freshness to it. A new game mode or a new map like you were mentioning. We've just been kind of in this rut, I guess you could say, of just staying on our screens and playing trials in Iron Banner every weekend and every couple of weeks with Iron Banner. But back in D1, they used to rotate the game modes on Iron Banner. So 1 week, 1 month it might be Control, another might be Clash, and another one I believe used to be Mayhem. There used to be an Iron Banner Mayhem game mode, I believe, back in D1. So just kind of mixing up that playlist, and then it almost kind of gives it like a trials nostalgia to where what game mode is it going to be this week in this month for Iron Banner? Is it going to be Showdown? Is it going to be a new game mode like kind of like a kill confirm with like moats?
Yeah.
That'd be really
Another
cool.
thing with like what Jay's saying is what's funny about that, how there were different modes, and because we all had our favorite, like, oh man, it's Mayhem this week or this month, all right. But what made us play it is those in-game rewards and the loot. And if they focus on that, I don't think it really matters what game mode it is that particular time or that season or whatever. People will play it. And like to what Wolfie was saying, yeah, I mean, I'm a PvE player, 90% of the time. But I can acknowledge that the PvP community has completely been neglected. It's almost kind of ridiculous to the extent that it's been. What I'm hoping though is that us as Destiny players can stop doing the whole, okay, well, these are PvP players and they're ruining the PvE stuff because they complain about this weapon not being balanced, so it ruins our stuff, and then vice versa. Because I think if we as a community will realize that, hey, the PvP players or the PvE players are just as important to one group or another. We all win if we can all get on the same side, because it's not about like, oh, hey, this needs to balance or this needs to balance. But if you lose literally an entire portion of a community, it doesn't matter what side of the fence you're going to be on. It's going to hurt the game. So, I mean, you have to focus on it. And the fact that it's been so non-focused for so long, it's like, guys, you got to do something or people will just walk away. And unfortunately, they've done that so much. It's almost too. I'm not saying that it's like critical mass time, but it's getting to that point.
I have been one of those people to walk away from this game because the PvP wasn't getting the attention that I felt it deserved.
Yeah.
As low as Trials of the Nine was, and even before Trials came out way back in D1, I felt there was nothing to do by the time that the Dark Below had dropped. So it was times where I was just like, there's so many other things to play. Nowadays, there's really not that many other things to play. I feel with I guess my general interest. And if you're kind of interested in a game like Destiny, I've always made this comment that Destiny has been able, and Bungie has always been able to maintain their status quo because there have been no games to challenge it. There have been no games to be right up there with them and be like, oh, they did this, like we got to think of something cool so we can do that. There has been no challenge aspect, and they have been able to write their course. And there's always been this mentality that they knew whatever decision they made, whether right or wrong, and people would either take an exodus, people would return after the best one or the best expansion or what have you. And I don't know, sometimes that's not really the place you want to hang your hat on at the end of the day and make home there. I have high hopes for this season. I'm excited to see what I saw today. Sometimes I kind of wish I was kind of waited. I could have really did without what I was seeing today. I think people probably could have did without what they see there, whether they liked it or not. A lot of people are looking for informative change from these TWABs. And I feel, unfortunately, they take these TWABs like if they're part of the lore. No, we're looking for behind the curtain Wizard of Oz stuff. Like, what are you fixing to make the Emerald City work again? What are you doing? Don't put on a facade that, oh, Guardians this and Guardians that. Like, we're happy that we're part of that universe, but we're putting time into a game, and we need to see an in-depth change in a lot of these things. So I'm hoping with their new way of holding information to the chest to the very last week, like they've been doing, is a new strategy for a new year. They had a rough year where they had to get away from Activision, be solely on their own. It's a new time to start now. It's a time to go in objective, and I'm going to try that the best I can. I don't know, Jay, how are you feeling in terms of Bungie's either choice to not make their one portion of this community somewhat of a priority, whether it's PvP and their inability to kind of make these TWABs a little bit more informative. Like I said, I feel getting this information of what's to come is really cool, but it's not like anything that hasn't already been data mined, and they know this. But
yeah,
I don't know. I'm starting to set my expectations lower for TWABs because I'm either not expecting something big, or it's kind of rare that something big does happen, or it's once in a blue moon. And I feel that these moments where, of course, there's going to be slow moments. Let's just not kid ourselves, or they go away. So I'm not going to try to sound like I'm 100% entitled. But when you've had people walk away and you've needed to kind of stir up confidence within the community, you need to start being a little bit more in depth with what's going on and how this is going to reinvigorate confidence within that community. How do you feel?
Yeah. And one thing that I've always told people is that Bungie is really good at bringing people back. You know, that trailer for the season, man, I mean, it was badass. Like, you know, that got me excited. Even after all the dull, you know, season that this has been with, you know, rewards and loot, and, you know, and through all the drama with, you know, cheaters and you know, trials of the first 3 weeks being canceled, you know, it was really kind of a really bummy start to the season, and just kind of, I didn't say it would downfall, but I guess it's kind of stayed stagnant. You know, there wasn't a whole lot of excitement except for, you know, the Hawk Moon. You know, that was their big focal point this season. And, you know, I feel like they kind of dropped the ball on that, you know, making it more time gated and, you know, not letting us get that random rolls right away in the catalyst. Yeah. But to your point of, you know, how does Bungie make these TWABs a little bit better? And, you know, I don't know if y'all remember, and also, you know, this is to chat as well, but remember when Bungie used to do live streams on, you know, the first or the last weeks of a season to kind of announce, like, hey, this is Chroma. This is what Chroma is going to do when you add it to your armor. This is how you obtain Chroma. You know, this is a new game mode that we're bringing in. They'll play like a demo of a new game mode. You know, I used to get so excited for those live streams for those last 3 weeks of a season reveal kind of release. And, you know, I would take time out of my day to watch those live streams. And when Deej would bring on, you know, some devs to demo, you know, I think kind of get to know the team a little bit better instead of kind of seeing them behind a, you know, a message board. You know, I think it gave a little bit more engaging, you know, draw to the community. Be like, hey, we're a part of this with you. You know, we're all watching and tuning in with live chat. So I think they could bring those live streams a little bit back, you know, back into, you know, a new season drop or a new DLC.
Dave, do you think the 2 tokens in blue kind of took those live streams away? Because it seems like once they showed Curse of Osiris and it was the most rewarding public event ever, and then 2 tokens in a blue happened, and then that was a big meme, that kind of did away with that. Which I'm right there with you, Jay. I love when they did the live streams, because it did, I mean, even, let's be honest, there were stronger seasons than others, the Joker's Wild or the Curse of Osiris era being examples. But when they did those live streams, that did, I mean, I think their marketing department is probably some of the best in the business. Like, no matter how you feel, they usually can always put out a kick-ass trailer. But yeah, the live streams I thought were always really good, especially because like what Wolfie was saying, I think you did get a lot of good behind the curtain, kind of like what their thought process was on certain things. And I mean, I'm obviously different than other people watching, but I enjoy that kind of stuff, just to kind of see, you know, where they're coming from in that thought process. But yeah, I mean, I think obviously right now, especially the interaction with their team is obviously going to be very limited with COVID and everything else. But if they went back to that, I think that would definitely help build a little bit of, maybe hopefully build a little bit more momentum going into the new seasons. But yeah, it would be nice if they kind of went back to that a little bit.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, they don't even have to have a live stream. Like, they could do, a pre-recording of, of going in depth of, with like a interview with the developer and kind of showing us a little bit of the behind the scenes of how they made this, how did they reconstruct, that new Trials armor. They used to do that back in the day all the time, where they used to give us, the 3D rendering of, these armor sets or these new loots that we'd be attaining. And the thing is, like, I know with like our pandemic that we've been in, that may be a little bit harder to do with the live stream, but maybe get your your production team to maybe put like a short kind of interview with some type of with any of the devs that have been a part of this project.
Yeah, these trailers are still high class in terms of getting the Destiny lovers excited. What you're talking about, where they have a connection with the viewers by making these videos. I understand because of COVID, but like there's plenty of ways that they could just like show a camera of themselves talking at home, and I think most of us would be a little okay with that, because at the same time we'd still feel that connection. Maybe
personally, I think I'd like that more, honestly, because like when they showed the Beyond Light kind of vid doc, I thought that was so cool. Like, I think the one of them was talking about how they use like a breast pump to make a specific sound in the game. Like, like just that kind of thing to me is interesting. Like, because with restrictions and everything going on, it's like, no, we can still make, killer content, and we still have these great ideas. Even in just a seasonal format, going into that, that kind of stuff gets people excited. Like, hey, they really care about this game. They, PvP community feeling neglected. It's like, no, they have something coming for us because this is what they're putting into it. You know what I mean?
And just to kind of close this out, the PvE community, I don't know if you guys know anybody or talk to anybody that probably saw the TWAB a little early, where we got these new guns that are going to be in the Grandmasters and Masters, where you're going to get the Adept versions within the Grandmaster. What are you guys thinking in terms of the Swarm, Palindrome, and then the Shadow Price, those returning D1 weapons? Are they on your radar? I said to actually Greg is a big part of Lono's community as well, for some people that want to know who I'm referencing. But we were talking last night, and how great it would be for the nucleus of the game if something was really good in PvE, like Palindrome, for instance, was just really good in PvP, and the PvP players found something to farm now. That's when the game is in a perfect state, in my opinion, when the PvP players have some use of PvE, whether it's the farm. Mindbenders was a perfect example, but it's just, I hate the Fanatic Strike so much, where that grind just, I would fall asleep running into a wall or running off a cliff.
He just went immune, by the way. Oh wait, he went immune again and again.
Yeah, it's too much. It's just way too much. So that kind of transition would get me excited if the PvE weapons had a lot of good use within the PvP realm. Dave, are you excited for any of these PvE Adept weapons?
Well, I am, in the sense of Shadow Price and Palindrome were two of my favorite D1 weapons in the entire game. I love those weapons. What I'm concerned with, and I'm hoping, keeping my expectations low in this sense, because otherwise I don't want to piss myself off, but I'm curious what the drop rates are going to be, because they mention, that's one thing about Bungie, is they never really like tell you what it is. It's just like, oh, it's a chance. But what I think they should be is, if you're going to do a Grandmaster, especially with Grandmasters at minimum, I think it's about a month before they even unlock in the season anyways, that should be a guaranteed drop. No matter what roll you get, keep the random rolls, whatever, the odds of you getting your God roll is, keep that there, but you should have a guaranteed drop. If you do the level rep below it, you should have a high chance of a drop. Not necessarily, it doesn't have to be guaranteed, but you should have a very high chance of getting a drop, because first of all, if you have to wait a month to get even the chance to try the weapon, and then you finally get it, say after 2 months, now automatically you have 10 months left on that weapon.
Yeah, I'll go out and say, if you're hitting platinum on Grandmaster, it should drop no matter what. Like, that should
100%
be guaranteed, in my opinion. If you hit in platinum and then anything below that, you're just getting a percentage chance. Sorry, Jay, what were you gonna say?
I said they can keep the Ascendant Shard just to guarantee me my adept weapon. You know, I could care less about the
Exactly.
materials that rack up in my postmaster and in my inventory. You know, you can keep that all day.
Yeah.
But make sure I get my adept weapons.
What's your opinion on the weapons coming in?
Yeah, and you know, Wolverine, you know this. You know, my background is dominantly PvE, and you know, what was so rewarding back in the day was, you know, if you got you know, as a PvP or PvE player at the time, you know, if I got a really good god roll, you know, let's say you know, a really god roll PvP weapon, you know, I would take it into the Crucible and test it out, even though that wasn't my forte just per se, but you know, I would see how well the gun performed, and you might see that with some of the PvE players. You know, they, even though they weren't really going for a palindrome, you know, they were looking more towards for that shadow price or that LMG, and they got a palindrome with a ridiculous good roll that's going to do some damage in the Crucible. You know, you might see a couple players, you know, kind of dip their foot in the sandbox a little bit and kind of test the waters there. Yeah. You know, that's how I started playing PvPs. You know, I got some good rolls, you know, from strikes that I wanted to test out, and that's what really caught my eye. And kind of made me, you know, lethal, you know, in PvP, because at the time I didn't think I was that good, but you give me the right gun with the right rolls, you know, I'm gonna give it a try.
Exactly, and that's the confidence some of these weapons and perks kind of instill within people. Willie Cabal in chats, he says, looking forward to the weapons, but Grandmaster Nightfall needs to change because even that can get me into that death trap. I honestly, I think that's hilarious. I kind of smirked when I first read it because there are so many negative modifiers that go in to these Grandmasters. 45 minutes is still a good amount of time, and getting through that probably isn't so much of a headache depending on what strike you're doing, but I completely understand where he's coming from. Moped Mike, he's kind of just said something what I've been kind of making the main incentive to go flawless pretty much any week this season. The mods, if you've been going flawless or at least attempting to go flawless because you're gonna get those mods, here's gonna be the perfect shot to use them. I will say I am a little disappointed for PvE people that don't want to touch trials at all, which I understand exists, and they should very well exist. People shouldn't be forced to play PvP, but I was disappointed that the adept mods weren't announced inside the Grandmasters, which it could change, but I feel that kind of hurts a portion of the community. I think having them on a weekly rotation in trials is helpful so that you can always go get one, or if you miss one a certain week, but not putting them in the Grandmasters in some sort of way, I think is probably a misstep.
I hope it's just oversight, because like that does seem like that was kind of a big misfire, especially with the adept weapons. It's like, well, technically now you're equating this PvE activity to the Pinnacle PvP activity. You can both get adept weapons from them, but you can only get adept mods from trials. That seems really odd to me, if truly that's the case, because they didn't mention it, and if they don't mention it, that's probably what's happening. But yeah, it seems really odd that they didn't include the mods, or even, I mean, Adept Icarus, you know, just saying, you know, something, you know, anything like that could also incentivize PvP players that, hey, these mods are in the Grandmasters. Maybe we should hop in with a fire team and run some Grandmasters. What if there was specific mods?
There's some people in chat that are talking. Yeah, there's some people in chat. They're saying that it was tweeted later on. Yeah, if there's confirmation, that's great. But from what I read in the TWAB and then literally coming live with y'all, there was nothing. There was nothing in terms of what I saw, because I don't think that's a great idea at all. And as much as I play PvP and don't touch Grandmasters, I don't think it's a good idea. Go ahead, Jay.
Yeah, since we're on the topic of strikes, you know, I want to mention strike-specific loot. You know, for the 3 new strikes that are coming, you know, we got Devil's Lair, Fallen Saber, and the new one. You know, one thing that would get me back into the strike playlist, you know, which is, to me, has been dead for the past
4 years.
I'd say, yeah, 4 years. I haven't dropped into a Stripe playlist and just have fun with two friends that just like to play PvE, and to hopefully one of us get one of those rare Strike specific loots. And just like the mind benders, if you put a gun as good as the mind benders and the Devil's Lair, the Fallen Saber, this new Strike, you're gonna get a lot of your PvE community back. You're just not gonna get the hardcores that just do Grandmasters, then get their Conqueror sale and then peace out on you. You're gonna get that continuing player base each week to either farm that farm that Strike if it's in the Nightfall that week, which will it might guarantee or up the chances of getting that Strike specifically.
Example of that.
Yeah, Mago loot.
Kieran Spartan said they tweeted out they missed it, and Teddy just confirmed it. He sent me out the tweet about Cosmo saying they missed it. I don't personally, whatever.
So
I think
I could be in the GMs.
Yes, there will be adept mods in the Grandmaster Nightfall. That's really good to hear. Hopefully they're a little bit different. Hopefully we're getting new adept mods at some point.
That would be nice.
Yeah, that would be nice. 100%. Maybe make some exclusive to PvE content that were maybe not exclusive, but make some where that they're going to get the most benefit from PvE or PvP as well. That's pretty much all we really want to talk about. I know the Aeon cult stuff. I guess we can speak about it. I don't have my high expectations. I was reading some of it. The last one, we're picking up a Guardian, it seems cool, but I don't know. I feel like that should just be an intrinsic thing for any class. That idea of picking them up. If you're gonna all wear Aeon Cult, that Vigor ability should just be intrinsic, and Vigor should be something else. But because I don't know, I'm not feeling the Aeon Cult. Never really was. I don't think what they're doing is any better. I like the idea of it though. Don't get me wrong. Don't mess up my criticism. I think from what I read and what they're doing, a lot of application on paper doesn't seem feasible at this point. I'll leave it to the crazy minds that be that test this stuff to really see if there's some crazy build. But from what I'm reading, I really don't see much excitement. But before we go into Banner, and let's talk about this, because I don't want to be rude to people that were like, oh, what about the Aeon stuff? But not that many of you are out there, I'm sure.
And Catalyst come back too for some exotics.
Yeah. Do you guys have any comments on the Aeon change? Like, it's cool that they're changing it.
The idea of it is cool. But I like the idea that they're trying to do. I mean, it's just funny to me a little bit that how much they're trying to make these work. And if they work, great. If that's how it works, great. But again, there's so many things we talk about that worked better in D1 that they don't do now. And I mean, they literally, and I guess now they're starting to do it again, but like with specific armor that worked better in a specific activity, like you could do the same thing for the intrinsic perk on those Aeons. If your whole fire team is all using Aeons, then that automatically kicks in, or every member that has it on, the buff increases or something like that they can mess with. Yeah. And then you can go with something like that. But it's kind of funny that they're just really trying to make those things work. It's like just throw them away. No one cares.
Yeah, it's time to either reinvigorate what it means to have those, and like I said, I think, and you said it too, you like the idea of where they're going, and I don't know how deep your background into games where you're building armor and stuff like that. My background come from Diablo, and having set items was really big in that game, and especially in Diablo 3. So Diablo 2 to Diablo 3. But do you feel that having some sort of set items might be something they're maybe messing with Aeon to possibly have in the future with different armor pieces? Jay, what do you think?
Yeah, they mentioned here it says, instead of having a single monolithic exotic perk to handle this, we opt to take a page out of the Armor 2.0 book. So they're just kind of reinforcing the Armor 2.0 that they've in place already into just an own set of an exotic armor piece. I think they could have done something a little bit different. I don't know what, like I said, that's a whole lot of irrelevant content from me, if you ask me. But
Yeah.
but I think I'm more excited for the Catalyst.
I felt like it was worth talking. I don't know if anybody was interested, even if chat. Any of the stuff that we've talked today, chat, let us know. And even if you're watching after the fact, let me know in the comments. Free to play, new Trials armor, season 13 expectations. Where do you fall? Where are you guys feeling out there that needs the most work? Is it PvE? Is it PvP? A mix of both? Let me know in the comments. I respond to everything as best as I can, and typically it's a good conversation as well, especially from the comments I've received. I gotta before I make this, I gotta say thank you to everyone in this community, Lonos community, that has reached out to me to give me the best wishes for my son soon to come, which we're going to the hospital on Monday. Thank you. I'm going to reach out to each and every one of you personally. I'm making it a point, but I couldn't help to get on here without acknowledging that, because it's on my mind, the amount of love from this community, Lonos community. It's extremely heartwarming. So without y'all, this is impossible, and with many other things, but this is the track that I'm on now, and it's a lot of fun, and we're gonna have a lot of things to talk about. And I've had Stealth show up in chat telling me something about WandaVision. That's something else I'm involved with, and I'm excited to talk about that as well. But getting back to Destiny, we are gonna
also
go ahead.
one thing, Wolverine.
Go ahead, dude. Go
yeah,
ahead.
one thing, with that announcement of yours, I was just thinking, like, if if your son isn't being called Little Light, I don't think you're doing your due diligence as a guardian, my friend.
Yeah, it's
He's
gonna be
a warlock.
It's gonna be an
Little
Eyes
Light.
of Guardian moment. Yeah, it's
gonna be a warlock vein.
It's gonna hit me. It's gonna hit me like if the thing's just waking me up too, because I'm pretty sure I'm in for a whole nother world in terms of raising a newborn baby and being first time father. It's a lot, and hopefully I'm very up for the challenge, and I'm excited for it, nervous in a good way, I feel like, but I still don't want to let go a lot of the relationships I met on here. Play when I can, obviously, with being a father, and I want to be a great father the best I can and be incorporated. So gonna play when I can, and when I can't, I hopefully everyone can kind of feel me. But
I'll see you on the weekends.
Yeah, exactly. It's going to be on the weekends when I'm able to give everyone a good idea of Trials and where it's standing. But I want to take opportunities like the weekend that we're in right now and Iron Banner, because getting a little conversation about Iron Banner, having new weapons, new armor that are part of it, and it only comes around once a month. I feel like it's a good way to take advantage of this channel as not just a Trials, but as a Crucible network as well. We want to talk about the Crucible, and if some other game mode takes center stage as something popular, we're going to be there to talk about it as well. So if you're in chat, listen to me in some sort of way, shape, or form, and you are on Xbox and want to play a few with us, we're about to play a few. We got a good time frame with these two gentlemen, and we're going to play with the community. And I thought it'd be a good idea to get to play with some people that sometimes over the weekend ask me to play a card or two, but I'm just either in the middle of family, just playing with people that I mostly do play with on the regular. But if you are on Xbox right now, same as my tag right here on YouTube, Wolverine space VZ, you can hit me up, and then we're about to jump in. And if you need a little help in Iron Banner, you got some bounties you want to complete. Hey, we're not bad. We're not bad. We're okay. We're okay. We're okay. So
we're not gonna get mercy. Let's just say that.
Yeah. If not, it's gonna be the three of us. We're gonna play a little bit for you. Just talk. Maybe go over a few things. Maybe see a few things in action. It's something I'm going to do in the future. Incorporate a little bit of actual gameplay. I would love to be able to switch between my teammates' perspectives as well, because I think getting everyone's perspective, and I'd like to not be dead and get their perspective. But there we go. There's only one cannoli. There you got you. I got you. I'm gonna as soon as right before we start, we will jump into a party together. So as soon as I get everyone going. Yeah, what I was saying is that when Trials comes to the repeat maps, we're going to do a little bit of talking, maybe go over a few things that maybe have changed since the last time we talked about a map. And then I want to try a card. I want to play it with the people I got on. I want to see if we can apply anything, maybe even learn. We're going to do we'll do a solid card.
Welcome, Obi-Wan.
If we get to 4, we get to 5, we're not going to reset. We're just going to ride it out. But you know, the people I bring on, I have much confidence. You know, regardless of where they fall on the spectrum, I know that they're ready. So we got one in here. If they feel like grinding a little bit with us, Omni, if you hear me in chat, soon as we're about to go, I'm gonna switch over, and you're gonna hear me in the party chat as well. So anybody else that wants to jump in, like I said, Wolverine Space VZ, just hit me up on Xbox, send a friend request, and you'll be able to jump in with us. We got 2 more spots. If we, like I said, we got a line, we're gonna keep going. So don't hesitate if you can't play now. If we got people playing, I will stay on and I'll be playing.
I think we got couple join.
Did you get Aries?
Aries, yeah. I think that's Goon.
Teddy said you're not accepting his friend request.
Who?
Teddy here.
Teddy sent me one? No, there's no way.
He said that you're talking too much to see it.
I see Teddy. I see Teddy. It was on top of Omni's friend request. There's Teddy. There's the man, the one.
The man, the myth, the legend.
Shout out to Omi. We went to high school together. No big deal.
That's pretty dope. That's pretty dope. Small world. Small world.
It is.
Is Aries? What is Aries Goon? Is that you, Goon?
I think that's Goon, but
I don't know. Yeah,
Yeah.
few of my friends within the community, if they all weren't so shy, I'd have them on here too, because I know a lot of good players. Him being one of them. He's a shy guy.
do we need party invites for everybody?
I'm gonna send one as soon as we're about ready to go and Dave heads over back.
Can you switch over now? We're good.
Oh no, we got a few minutes before we can start. And I know Jay's on a time frame, but I want to see if we can possibly get one more if one more wants to join up.
Nah, I'll send party invites out. We're
Yes.
going into a party.
That's good.
Got party invite only.
I'm looking at the stream. Shoot me an invite. See if I can accept it at the right time.
All right, I'm gonna switch over to party chat. Is that cool, Wolf?
Yeah. I mean, yeah. You won't be able to hear me. Let me switch over then. I'll switch over right now as well.
Okay. Alrighty. Can you hear me, Wolby?
All right.
There we are. Yeah, we're good.
Everyone there? Who do we got? We got Teddy. There he is. There he is. How you doing, man? It's good to play with you, man. It's been a long time coming. No, we're here for a good time. That's all we know. We know a good time. That's it. That's gonna be a good time. All right. So, chat. Dave unfortunately doesn't have his console next to his desktop, so he will come back before the end of stream. And as soon as he gets to his console, we're gonna jump right in. Goon, good to see you, bro. Good to see you. I can't hear you, so you don't need to even pretend. No one can hear you. The only two people that the stream can hear is just Jay and myself. I don't have a game audio.
No problem at all.
No problem.
You sound great.
Omi one, what's up, dude? How you doing? Chilling, man. You're friends with Dave. That's a small world. Yeah, like what I'm saying, small world. Like
that's kind of like me and Wolf,
right? Yeah. Especially,
I have to raise my voice at Wolf
especially
sometimes
when
when
he
we
takes
play.
the super to orbit. I really hate it. I hate it.
Yeah. You know what? You know what I hate more is getting farmed in trials. You know, there's nothing that I hate more. And Wolverine just
gotta admit,
loves
I
to
do
farm
that.
me.
I do that a little bit to my brother. Unfortunately, it's something. Yeah,
A little bit too
it's
much.
unfortunate.
You know, I like to keep that KD up, but it's hard when Wolverine's in the fire team.
So, if we're gonna play a few, if there's people that want to play with us, we're gonna continue to play. If they'd like to jump in, we'll change out. If not, we're just here until everyone wants to call it. We're here to
I think we got a full
speak
squad,
about
yeah.
everything that has happened, whether it's in this episode, even something you want to bring up that's totally different. Be as responsive as I can to stream, but like I said, this is just for us to grind it out a little bit, have a good time, and just chill out. Who are we missing in here? It's just missing Goon.
Just missing Goonie
The
Looney.
guy with the anime. Is Dave in here? Dave, can you hear me? All right. So again, thank you everyone for being here. We're gonna play a little bit. I know it's something a little different, just because it's banner. Why not? I figure it's also a great way to incorporate the community as well. Halftime this weekend, we're gonna have the Adept rocket launcher, so that'll be something. And then whatever mod we think is good enough to put in something else other than the rocket launcher, because most of us are probably gonna put in that velocity. But let's just get right into it, dude. No one can hear you. he's doing like a very like soft, like 8-year-old little. Are you being a girl or a boy? I don't want to misgender what you're being. But yeah, he doesn't realize his voice is not on streaming. He's continuing. He's continuing the act.
I love it.
Yeah. It's Muru. He's very good at PvP. So if you want your free carries, he's the guy to hit up.
Yep, free carries service.
This is the
Muru.
guy. This is the guy. Blow up his inbox. Free carries.
Yep. I'll put his number in chat too as well in case if he's not online.
No, let's not DOS him. Let's not DOS him. Let's not DOS him. His gamer tag, yeah, like it goes to his phone anyways. It could be treated the same way.
Oh man.
Oh jeez.
Oh jeez.
How's everyone's night in here in this Xbox Live party? Everyone's ships looking fly. Everyone's got some pretty good ships. I like your ships. I'm always peeking. I'm always peeking.
That's Wolverine, the Red Rocket.
Nah, I got the new one. I got the speaker ship that he gave to Crow or whatever. That one.
The Red Rocket.
I had that one when it came out. It was actually it was really it was worth getting. Oh, I had Hawk mode on. Let's change it to Rat.
Oh yeah, the Rat King himself.
Yeah.
Can we
I mean,
can we
that's
do
all I
predictions
am.
on who's gonna?
Oh, that would be actually fun. I'm not even gonna lie.
Can we do predictions on who's gonna top? Who's gonna be on top?
I mean, not me. Woo! Oh boy, just turned the corner on me.
I'm gonna predict Total Alpha is gonna be on the top
He's just
leaderboard
a
on this
god,
game.
man. Anyone going to this cheese spot? Okay. Let me turn invisible, excuse me. Few at A. that a sword?
That is a sword.
C? Few at C, Goon?
Yep. Yep, moving on. Moving in on C. Target eliminated. AC-130 deployed.
I forgot I gotta capture points for my bounties.
Oh, wow.
Oh, there's a lot in there.
Yeah.
Right by you, Teddy. Got your back.
Whoa.
You clean up. Ooh, another hunt coming from the right. Good clean up, dude. Coming back around one more time.
Might be able to get a couple Iron Banner
That
games
guy
in, dude,
is,
with how the score is looking like.
Extremely looking. Over at where Teddy is at the A side, we got. Oh, you cleaned up. You cleaned up. Oh, you cleaned up. Few at C. Let's just run it. Yeah, I'm coming back to A. I got super. I was about to say I got. Right in front of you, Omni. Yeah.
Yeah, this one's going to end early, boys.
So, out of the three, well, obviously the sword's not going to be, but between the hand cannon and the pulse, what do you guys think is going to be the best Trials weapon between those two? No, we don't. I don't think we know anything. Probably. If I had to say, I think it would. That's what I think it would be. Well, good one. That's a good first up. That gave me bad flashbacks. AC-130. I ran that kill streak all the time.
Well, AC-130
Yeah.
with Harriet?
Yeah.
Harriet.
I ran it with Chopper Gunner.
Chopper Gunner?
Yeah, dude.
They were like Chopper Gunner was like 10 and then AC-130
Oh,
was like
no.
11.
Chopper, yeah, they were the same tier. I'm sorry. I ran Chopper Gunner when I wanted to get the nuke.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, the thing is, like with trials, dude, or even like if they rework, banner weapons in the future, like if it's not a 120, I ain't buying.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if the trials hand cannon's a 140 or 180,
It's probably gonna be useless, right?
You can miss me with that. Yeah.
Is it? Oh, look! Hey, he's
180?
got a voice. There he is. It's gonna be a 180. Wow.
It's a 180. Yeah, so that when you three peek with that gun or with that sword, it'll actually give you wish ender effects. You can see through walls.
Yeah. You just got a 360 view of that. You got eyes behind you. It's a mirror. How's everyone feeling about those helmets? Pretty different. Dude, they are really ugly, bro. They are really ugly. It's not the fact that they're. I don't know, dude. It's just like they're little.
And dude, one thing is like the best looking armor set. The best looking armor set will be sold in Eververse. I guarantee it, 100%. Oh yeah, for the seasonal ornament.
It's
But like I said,
aesthetically good looking.
we're all on B, boys.
Probably run my shoddy this one. We got heavy coming up. Traded me. Yeah. I'm getting combined by two of them right now. Yeah, we have to find some way to go to B. I think one's on our left, a few on our left actually. One's sniping actually. Yeah. This is a 6 stack?
Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
5.
It's a 5, it's a 5, yeah. Okay. He was Apso. I'm gonna try a circle. I'm behind you, Teddy. Got one right there. Got 3 of them back here. Basically all of them now.
There you go, Goon.
Good shot on me. Let's see if we can take B. We can turn this around. To the right. Nice. Popped way too early for that. Yeah, it's a good thing we can apply the ornaments. Yeah, DTM, you're 100% right. I just wish they came out with new ornaments as well this season. Oh my god, he just came out with Winter Horde. Holy lord.
Oh wow, triple cap.
Okay. Whoa. They're 3 peeking over there. That's awesome. And sliding with shotguns apparently. Good soup. Good soup. Good soup.
Yeah. A little
They're at
comeback
C,
here.
C. Let's take B. Take B and A. Yeah. Coming through mid. I'm actually kind of amazed I'm top of the fucking leaderboard right now. I'm playing like garbage. Yeah, he is. The Crucible guy? Yeah, he's dead. Yeah, but he is lagging. I'm jump out to get another super, hopefully. If I can make some moves here. We actually came back, so let's try to keep this up. Is B flag just not working anymore? What the hell happened to it? Dude. He's Abso. He's Abso. Coming at you, Goon. I guess B's just not in the game anymore, apparently. It just took a break. There's a few hand cannons over at A. We're going to have to make another route. I can't contest that. Yeah, grab C. Maybe that would...
No more B flag? Oh,
yeah. B just quit. Oh, wow. Oh, no, it's ours. It's ours. Wow. Yeah. He came out of left field with that. We still have plenty of time, but we'd have to... Oh, no, they're popping everything right now. Got one frozen. Good try though. We came back, and that was so weird what happened with B. Oof. 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 That was a rough one. That was rough. That was rough. Shows that we're all human. Shows that we're all human. What chat, let me know what do you want out of Iron Banner to change? Obviously, let's not get the same reissued armor in different forms, but playlist. Yeah, should we only be content with Control? Should we be playing something else with 6v6? Or should it get a whole overhaul? Maybe 3v3, 4-on-4. Let me know.
Crimson doubles?
Yeah. That was the linchpin. That was the linchpin. The crimson season being taken.
Oh, but wait, we got more Guardian games coming in. What?
If there's anyone in chat on Xbox that wants to jump in, please let me know as well. Yikes. The big reward, the big nightstand that they'll get. Yeah. Can't wait to compete for that. Too nice, yeah, right. Yeah, game modes. Elimination would be cool, like a 6-on-6 elimination. I like that, Moped. That would be interesting. Feel like a true PvE comp or search and destroy. Clean up, Ted. Glad to be here. 2 of them. We're playing the same. We're playing 3 of the same ones. Actually, 5. Excuse me.
4.
4. Oh, so one of them left.
Yeah. Stop clapping left.
One sniping down the lane. Got him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Nice.
2 down. I'm not going over there. One's right in front of you, Dave. Yeah. Around the corner, Dave. Nice. Yeah, they're headed to B. More token per game. There's no point I'm playing. Yeah, I 100% agree with that. Usually after my bounties, dude, I'm absolutely done. And I want to maybe stay in here and farm a little bit more. Maybe have repeatable bounties. Do you guys do any of you remember if there were repeatable bounties in D1 banner or dailies at least? Oh, I just got picked off.
Yeah, I think there were dailies.
Yeah, it used to be. Yeah, no, it's crazy. That
The thing is that they had a different rank up system in D1 banner though. It was all reputation, so just experience really.
Got him. I really don't want to play like this, but I gotta like play jumping around sniping. Like I don't want to play like I'm in a trials match. I want to just relax with my friends in chat. I don't want to play like this. I don't want to play like this, chat.
Embrace the darkness, brother. Embrace the darkness, brother.
I don't want to play. I just want to relax. But yeah, good. Yeah, you're not getting away, Crucible. Sorry. I will waste my super on you over your connection.
Wow.
That. This is part of the same team, right?
Mm-hmm.
Justice. Seeing Redemption live. Thank God you're not on stream, sir. Yeah. I saw. That was lousy. I was actually on your camera when that happened. Let's just take care of this arc staff. Oh, no one's got enough for it.
He's lagging.
Yeah, he is. Oh my lord. Wow, he's lagging everywhere. Wow. The better connection. Crucible was over here lagging. Oh yeah, my new gaming chair comes in the mail. It's gonna be like Cerebro. I'm always fighting too, I feel like. Oh, one of their teammates left, feels. It was one of the F guys. Good. One of the F clan. The F clan. Why are they called the F clan?
Because they're felons.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah. They're felons and their router is stolen.
We're felons. Whoa, no. You're frozen. You're frozen. Yeah, Llama, I run Rat King pretty much mostly all the time. I have switched to hand cannons a few times, and I'll run. Yeah, it's something really I'm not, like to brag about. It's kind of a lot. Kind of like, it's one of those things you kind of like embarrass about. Yeah, it's that many on chat. If you're looking, it's that many. Been rocking this.
Me and Wolverine were talking about this during the weekend when the Trials Challenge was trace rifle kills, and I was like, dude, if there's ever a Rat King Trials Challenge for the week, you're definitely gonna be top board.
Yeah, there's gonna be me and probably one other guy. His name's Beachy. He runs that gun pretty exclusively as well. Oh, that was bad.
How bad was it?
He just got bagged. That wasn't nice. Oh, are we? Do you even have a goon? Rat King? Oh man, that's a shame. Some of them were pretty cool.
Say, do you have an Ascendant Shard and 600 Legendary?
Have you done the raid enough? Why Rat King went alone? In my opinion, and something that I have been able to utilize pretty much predominantly when I was running Top Tree Void, was the mechanism of shifting and doing the shade step to turn invisible, and then engaging with Rat King, reloading, turn invisible. But the invisibility helps, don't get me wrong, but I almost say the catalyst and the ability to get the aim assist, the targeting, the recoil control, and the reload after kill, it in my opinion, it's a very underrated exotic in the kinetic slot, especially for close quarter engagements. So the ability to turn invisible, be away from someone in a 1-on-3 engagement, get that health back to just turn the corner that much faster while being at 100 recovery, you're creating more opportunities to either get away from the fight or stay in the fight.
Words from a true Rat King.
Honestly, I rocked Traveler's Chosen for a minute, and I was one of those guys that was using Travelers and Frosties, and I didn't see enough turnout with the skills in return to warrant my playstyle change, in my opinion. I'm only rocking 28 discipline, and I still feel like I get my grenades almost every round in Trials.
Mm-hmm. 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 Mm-hmm.
Oh, you gonna be around?
Oh wow! You think you can fit me in your schedule, like between 5 and 6?
Muru just says he can fit us in. It's only like $40 to carry. No, I'm just kidding. He's a nice guy. He's a really good player out there. So look him up on Report. He's really good. What are you, Eastern? Oh, that sucks. Oh, I'm gonna be on, but I'm gonna be on right at reset. One on A by himself as well. We got some great connection tonight. Oh no. Oh no.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, no. Oh, they departed. So long.
Well, we're not gonna.
And then there were 2, Guardian.
That's it. That's all that's left.
Oh, I don't know.
Why do I have double?
But dude, like the score is 17-13. Why are people leaving?
This is what happens, Guardian. Oh, I just realized my racking is pumped up right now. You guys are doing it. Look at that. Look at that. Impressive. Yeah, Devil's Ruin I really enjoy as well, Dub. I actually was using it pretty exclusively last season with anything PvE related. I would charge that up, throw the mods on for it, and it would be awesome. Melt champions. Stole my toy. I was gonna put my super beat me to it. How many people we got in the game? Oh, we have a full team now. Get me out of here, Johnny.
I don't want to play anymore.
Goodbye. Yeah, I'm on my way. Yeah, thanks for coming out, Llama. You know, a lot of this is obviously conversationally based for if you're just tuning in. Every week on Saturday, I'll bring on two fire team members. We'll discuss what's going on in PvP. We'll discuss what's going on in trials that week and kind of give our best insight, me and the two fire team members, on what's being successful for us, strat-wise, stat-wise, everything. So, again, if you're tuning in, thanks for being here. And we're just having a little Iron Banner fun. And, you know, apparently Saladin just called it. But yeah. But good. Thanks for being here, Llama. I appreciate you. Oh, you lost your heavy, dude. I'll pick it up for you. Is there one I can kill in the last second? Almost. He probably, yeah. The producer, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, he probably finished bounty and kicked rocks. Yeah, definitely. That's what most people do. They probably got their capture bounty and just bailed. Speaking of those, where am I at? 99 on capture and 71 on super. So, anyone think we're getting a dungeon?
Nope.
I don't know. I thought it kind of. You think so? Yeah, I might actually.
Isn't VOG supposed to be this spring though?
Next season, 14, I think, is VOG. Chat. Dave Man just said he thinks we're just gonna be cruising with what we've got until we get into the transmog deployment, and then following that, the season 14 hype. I mean, I hope we're getting more than we're expecting this season. I truthfully do. I love these timelines. I love them telling us what's to come and to get excited for those things. But I hope there's more than what's in between the lines right now.
Battlegrounds is the new seasonal game mode, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that would be interesting. It definitely would give us different layers to be satisfied with VOG. What Dave Man just said, chat, he said about giving VOG different tiers of the items, make that season about the original VOG armor, the ornaments, the Age of Triumph armor, and then brand new Vogue armor for completing it. I actually kind of like that idea a lot, to be honest. To be honest, what they're doing with raids and the chest and Deepstone made a person like me, who probably could care less other than the pinnacle grind to do a raid, a little bit more incentive to go back in there, because maybe something seemed a little cooler.
And also with bringing back, you know, I mean, I guess you would say Vogue is like, you know, almost a Destiny content vault. You know, they just have to revamp it a little bit. I think they should start bringing back hard mode mechanics, like, you know, no revives. Yeah, hard mode is definitely missed in the PvE community for sure. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. With self-res warlock.
I agree. Got both missed kills still in there. Awesome.
Mine.
Goo. Oh wow. Oh, that was it? That was you? Oh. We almost went 80-0 and we weren't even thinking about it. No. Let's see if we can keep it under 10 though. That'd be pretty dope. Everyone's so worried now, they don't want to be the one to cause the death. I'm gonna say it's gonna be Goon. Wuru.
Yeah, I feel like he's gonna choke it.
We love you. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We gotta take that. We can't die here. Going to B, going back to B, going back to B.
Savages.
We did what we needed to do. Kept it under 10. It's not bad. That's not bad. We actually kind of look good. It's one for the tape. It's one. Tail of the tape. Tail of the tape. Muru. Do you think there could be new Iron Banner weapons this season? Man, I certainly hope Season 13 would bring a few Iron Banner weapons. That would be really dope. The Clever Dragon, Muru just said. Yeah. Definitely we need something new. Even maybe the D1 Iron Banner armor even looked really cool. I would take that. Right about now.
And Johan just mentioned in chat, you know, do you think there'll be new Iron Banner weapons?
Literally just said that, season?
Sir. Oh, whoops. Sorry. I was
it's okay.
Yeah.
No, it's okay. Mm-hmm. What's going on, Mike Murphy? Is anyone hoping on this map this weekend for trials? I know I am.
I think Burnout was my hope.
Ooh.
Last map. Mulrow.
Ooh. In an ideal world, that's awesome. Having three years of backup armor. I'm already just basically finalized my roles on this one. I'm already thinking about what I'm gonna have to get the next season.
Is he lagging a little bit?
Grabbing heavy, grabbing heavy, grabbing heavy.
Wow, wow, wow,
Wow, wow.
wow.
Wow, wow. In case y'all want to know,
Wow,
it's
wow.
our Arbalest impression. Wow, 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 wow.
Wow,
He's got a bad connection.
wow.
Wow, wow, wow. Oh, my lord. Just got done riding Iron Bandit with the Climate. Actually had a blast. That's good, Mike. I'm happy to hear that people have good stories in this game, man. I'm sick of negative. I want to hear positives. First time people going to the lighthouse, positive. What's going on here?
Wow, wow.
The new ritual breach. Yeah, Johan, I'm really happy you brought that up. Almost completely slipped my mind. That breach grenade. I really hope they know what they're doing. I hope they didn't make another mountaintop right under our nose. I really hope not. Yeah, he is. Oh, they're all dead over here. Goon. Like, you couldn't let my super kill that guy? Thanks, man. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, Dave. I just wanted to watch Goon just kill this freebie. Yeah, I'm I'm fucking with you. Anyways, yeah, what do I think about the new ritual breach grenade and why would I use that? Honestly, I don't see myself ever using a breach grenade, unfortunately. It's just not really my playstyle. Me and Total Alpha, we actually had a buddy, Copybook Room. He was really good with the mountaintop. Maybe that would be his calling again, to be able to return to the type of play style that he loved and enjoyed. Maybe other people. Wow, this warlock is everywhere. Oh my gosh. Wow. All right, yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to get cut off mid-sentence. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not really convinced just yet by it. I just hope it doesn't turn into another mountaintop situation. Yeah. But gotta say again, I really appreciate everyone being here, and actually I'm appreciative of you guys playing with me tonight as well, playing for the stream. I just got cleaned up by Illumina. So did Teddy. Mm-hmm.
Wow, wow.
Wow, wow.
Chicka, chicka, wow. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's causing my nerves to skyrocket. Can't get a good hit on him. Oh. He just went behind.
And what's even worse is that he's using Arbalest.
Is he really?
Yeah.
He was just Dawnblade a minute ago where you couldn't see him. He's going right there.
Oh man. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm about to... They're coming around with the heavy. Oh. Taking B right now.
Right before trials.
What's since he... I play on 9. I'm playing 9. Sometimes I'll switch it to 10. I don't know. Sometimes when I have... Wow! You see this guy? Oh my lord! Wow! Oh my... Wow! Wow! I would hope so. I would hope so, man. Wow. Oh. I think this guy is doing something funky. I don't know, man. That looks really
Network
funky. He was hitting me. He was hitting me. He wasn't even on screen. Something funky was up. That was what was his name?
False Vows.
False Vows. He needs another quarter to go in that modem. Hey, you know, sometimes you gotta hope for the good Wi-Fi. It's like, the game should be aware though to be like, hey man, you shouldn't be here. Severe. That's what you gotta press. You should press severe.
I probably got about one more game left in me.
Alright, no worries. Yeah, on console 0. We're on Xbox right now. I will review on the Series X. I will review on PC as well. Some of the guests I bring on will be PC and Xbox. If I can ever get my hands on a PlayStation, I actually would love to try trials on PlayStation. Me and Total Alpha, we actually go back and forth to kind of figure out whether we would have more success on PS, just because of how big the population is in comparison to Xbox and even PC. Yeah. Is it? Yeah. Well, then
When crossplay comes out, it's not even going to matter.
Yeah. I've always felt like they had always the edge a little bit. Yeah.
And trials numbers were actually up this week. For yeah, it was like up. Yeah. From the previous week. Yeah.
I'm curious how.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, what was it? Bannerfall had like 230,000. It's nuts.
I always feel like
I
the
end up
map,
going
the
flawless like 4 or
rewards,
5 times.
the map, the rewards, banners going on that week. These are all things that play into it, but they're playing into it more so than ever because the incentive isn't there.
Yeah, and also we didn't even talk about how this banner might affect trials this weekend.
Yeah, good point. I'm hoping it won't be that bad. I'm hoping it will be a little bit more tamed where we'll have more people because of the fact it's the last weekend before the big new season.
Right.
Last adept gun, new adept mod. I know I'm hoping on a lot, but I think we'll probably might see the same numbers as last week. I don't think we'll dip below 100K this weekend.
No. Now, Wolvie, if they were gonna send trials out with a bang for the end of the season, what map would you want that to be?
Jav. I'm a Jav. I'm biased. I love Jav. Jav. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I believe that after putting Fragment and Radiant Cliffs this season. I actually won't contest that at all. I think that's accurate. That it's random. Yeah. Here, community, go play test this map. Let us know if you see anything. We'll either change it or we'll either change it or we'll let it go. We'll let you know. How many of y'all complain is really what matters. Yeah, Albatross is my favorite as well. Good job, homie. Take his shields out. That's 2. Jeez.
Oh, jeez.
Wow. That was a really good shot. I'm not surprised that he's topping the board. Yeah. Grabbing it as well. Ooh, Dave. There you go. I wasted that. Going to C. They're taking C. Shurikens hit the wall. Clean up. How long does this thing stay up, Lord? Do you think they could once merge Trials and Iron Banner as they put all effort on the Trials, seemingly like I don't know. A lot of rumors as that Matter is going to be a PvP related game, but I think that's a problem even all in itself because what you guys are just basically leaving one PvP game to shambles to go start another PvP game, and you left this one as badly as it is. I don't know. That's where my general concern is at, to be honest.
But their main focus is on Matter.
Yeah, like that the PvP guys are doing Matter, but I'm like, you guys just let this one down like all the way. It's just like y'all gave up on it, or it's just like we're saying forget it without having to start over the game. I don't know. Oh, good Squall. Great Squall. Yep. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Oh, there's just squalls everywhere right now. If it's not red, I'm not even worried about it. Yeah. Trying to grab heavy. Oh, he called it. No, I didn't even hear him say, like, I'm calling it. Didn't hear that at all. What do you got left, Jay? You got another one?
Yeah, I got one more.
All right. This is fun. This is a good thing. Stream. I could take, you know, as soon as I get to 1,000 subs, I could take a poll, and I could rather do these things either on PC. I know there's a lot of people in the PC community that watch. It's just, you know, one of those perks. It's yeah, I'm playing on the Series X. It's awesome. Big shout out to Wheezy for helping me get one of those Series X. Yeah. I would love to play also with my PC community as well, because that's basically how I got back into Destiny, by playing on PC. Oh man, going back to 30, I feel like I'm on a really bad like motion simulator, and I just gotta like barf everywhere. Some of these simulators I can't even ride in real life anymore, like the Star Wars ones in Disney. I can't do it. Can't do it anymore. I feel like I'm only 32. Mario going woof, woof, woof. Yeah. We waited me and my fiance son. We waited 2.5 hours for Avatar, and in the middle of, if you've never been on that ride, it's amazing. It's like you're simulated into one of the avatars, and you're flying on those winged beasts. And towards the end of it, when you're going down the canyon in a waterfall, I told him, I'm like, hey man, I'm putting my head down. I can't do this anymore. And the rest of the ride, I'm just head down. And it was close. It was really close. I had the cast members came up to me after the ride. They're like, sir, the ride's over. I said, yeah, I know. I need to wait a second. Yeah. If I stand up too fast, there's a $25 burger coming out. Yeah, right. Try to decide if I want to get a PS5 or soon, or try to. Man, if I could get both, I would like to get both. There's so many PS5 games I'd like to try. Lono's doing stuff on his gaming channel if you want to check it out. He actually did God of War, and God of War looks so good. I actually sat through that entire stream because that's how much I love God of War. Yeah, that's another great one. Ghost of Tsushima. Yeah. You got one. It's gold right now. You probably flipped that. Got some bouillon. Bouillon for that PS. Where am I at bounty wise? Am I almost done? 90%. The super one. I don't know why I thought you were an enemy. It scared me. There's already an orb. Nice. Xbox 941. Look at that name. So... God, I'm really overdoing. Yeah, sure. Yeeton. The Yeeton. If you guys wanted to know how Wanda took out, well, spoiler alert, how Wanda takes out what's her name? Monica Rambeau. She uses the Jotun. Yeah. That's how she took her out. She used the Jotun. What you see in the trailer is her flying, but what you don't see is Wanda uses a Jotun to take her out. What's up, Vendetta? Oh, are you on my team? Yeah, you It took a second for the name to come up. The Yeeton. Yeah, Chris Cardi. The Yeeton. Jay does a pretty good. What does it sound like, Jay?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like that. I'm telling you, over the weekend in trials, he makes the noises of all the guns, and I've told him I would have his gun take over the real gun sounds any day of the week.
Yeah.
What's the false promises? You did a good false promises. The auto rifle. Do you remember what that one sounds like, Jack? Can you do that one?
Oh, dude.
Someone's got to fire it, right? Someone's got to fire it. The Ward Cliff. That's the promises. One that Goon likes to hear. The Ward Cliff. Oh, wow. Damn, Ben, I looked at you and I got whacked. Yeah, it was a nice stream until I looked. No, I'm just playing. Thanks for showing up, Ben. I appreciate you, bud. Yeah, trying something different. Figured once a month, Iron Banner, why not play with people when it's not so sweaty? We could just chill, even though we had one game where we kind of had to, like, turn up the volume a little bit. Like 4 of us threw our supers at the end there. At nothing. Absolutely nothing. Yeah, we just feel like, all right, game over. Time to get rid of these.
Well, guys.
Is that it?
That is it for me.
All right, well, let's, Dave, why don't you come back to the screen? We'll close out for us in here. Ami, Goon, Teddy, the man. Thanks for playing with us. Thanks for showing out for the stream. I can't appreciate you guys being part of it. I would like to do more weeks like this, especially during Iron Banner weeks. And you know, if anybody wants to play during the week, maybe I can help with some comp. I don't know. We'll figure it out for the future. No, 100%, man. You guys made it fun by being a part of it. And I encourage anybody watching on stream. I'm on Xbox, I'm on PC. If I do stuff like this, please feel encouraged to come. No need to over impress. Just just chill out and do your thing, and that's pretty much all you can ask for. But we'll get Dave back in here, and I'm gonna go ahead, Jay. I'm gonna switch back so I can hear Dave.
Cool.
All right.
Yeah. Alrighty.
What's going on, Dave?
Yo.
All right. Let me unhook that. No, I don't know. Trials sometimes can get a little rugged, especially with everyone, their schedules. I really don't even know how much time I'm gonna have, considering the baby around the corner. I'm gonna make as much time as I can so I can give people enough content on their Saturday during their halftime, so we can continue this train. I'm having so much fun giving back to the community, even commenting with the community on certain things to talk about, some things that they find, and even people that are sending me all of the clips of the week. I really appreciate you guys looking out and being a part of it. If you guys are watching this after the fact, thank you for tuning in. You know, if you like what you see, please like and share and subscribe, please. It means a lot, and I'm trying to start something positive with this community, with the PvP, the Destiny community. So hopefully, you guys can be a part of it. Dave, I appreciate you being here. Same
Always,
with you.
man, appreciate it.
Thanks with you, Jay. Total Alpha. Check him out. He streams on Twitch as well. Do you guys have any closing comments for people watching that are either checking it out past the live stream?
Yeah, I would say you know, we're just itching the surface on, you know, what's to come here on, you know, on the channel. And you know, I think as PvP as a whole, you know, I think Bungie's really good at kind of bringing things on the brighter side of the things, but it just takes them a while, especially, pandemic doesn't help either.
Yeah.
But, I think we're all really excited for, what's to come, with, mods, armor, transmog, there's just so much in the pipeline right now that, that's still a mystery. But, closing thoughts would be, just, exactly what this, channel's about, LFG, find some close friends, find a group that you can really mesh with and, really help elevate your game, or, practice like in, just regular Crucible. And I guarantee, the more you practice and the more you play the game, you don't have to, put in, 20 hours a week, but, just a consistent amount. And, the flawless will come, they may not happen right away, but, good communication, people that help you elevate your game, surround yourself with those kind of people, just like Dave and Wolverine here. We're not the top players in the matchmaking, but, we all just, complement each other and each one another's gameplay. So keep trying. Hopefully those flawlesses come, and like I said, we're always here to help. Wolvie, of course, Dave, man, you're feel free to always reach out to any of us, and let's run some cards.
100%. Like, and if you're looking for people to play with and you're on the same platform as someone in this chat or that's also subscribed to this channel, don't be afraid to reach out to people. Use this community as maybe a stepping stone to try the playlist, to get in. And it's okay if you don't go flawless the first time, or sometimes not even the 100th time, but sticking with it. And obviously there's got to be incentive. So a lot of the things we're setting is the incentive. I'm really confident the incentive is going to be there over the time, and if we can build positivity around helping people get there legitimately and on their own, this playlist, this community will strive in a way that it's never had before. If going flawless isn't the highest commodity around, where people feel it's impossible because of cheating or impossible because of carry services and other types of services, I want the people that don't do it habitually to have their day to shine. And this is all this show is instilling. Dave, what are your closing thoughts for us tonight, and futures and hopes for next season and even beyond?
Well, I'd say above anything else, I think what's great about what you're trying to do here is that it doesn't matter what skill level you come from. We're all in this together. We're trying to help, and that's, I think, Destiny as a whole, not just the PvP side, but this is a really great community overall, and there's a lot of really great players on every single level of skill that are willing to come together and help one another. And I just think what we're doing here right now, just interacting with people, what you're doing, trying to bring up tips and helping people get flawless, all that does is make people want to play, together. It really is a good positive thing for the game and for this community as a whole. And if you guys haven't done it already, try and drop a like and follow for our boy Wolfie here. Get that 1,000 level sub so we can start getting chat and everything else going on, polls, everything. It's just really good people here, and we all want to help one another. And I'm excited for the future of Destiny. I mean, we've all been saying it. There's always things we like, dislike, but that's what makes this game great and this community great, because there's always difference of opinions and arguments and interests. So I'm excited.
Thanks, man. I really appreciate those are really strong words of encouragement, and I got to thank both you, Jay. Thanks again for being here, and thank you to the people in the community that have reached out to me about the show, about me about to become a father myself. Like, I really appreciate it, and I really can't express enough thanks for just the kind love and support everyone has given me. This was never something planned. It was never something I featured endeavoring in terms of streaming and stuff like this. So doing it in a way where it's not just my place playing, but rather communication, talking, even showcasing the people that I have on. That's a big part of it. Get people on here so they can get their time to broadcast who they are. Kind of like in the same way Lono gave me the same opportunity. I want people to be on here and be able to build off their success that not really is always looked at. There's a lot of champions out there, and champions are always made when no one's looking. And I want to be able to help those champions come out to light a little bit and say, hey, I'm out here. And people that I have in lined up for next season on Xbox, on PC, they're liking what they see out of the show, and they're encouraged to come on now. And like Dave said, I'm trying to work my way up to the 1,000 so we can get this show going and we can get more options available, polls. I'm trying my hardest with the short videos. Those are actually working. I got one pretty high. It was my highest view counted video ever. So, basically 1,800 views, and I was very impressed with that. And I hope I can build off that success. But it's honestly, it wouldn't be possible with people like yourself watching and tuning in right now. And I can't thank you enough. So sign out, gentlemen. Please give your nice goodbyes, and yeah, we'll call it there.
Thanks,
and
everybody.
We'll see you in the Crucible.
Hey, we'll see you this weekend. I'm on standby for my fiance and her pregnancy. We're scheduled to go to the hospital on Monday, but I'm gonna try and get some trials in tomorrow. Got Friday tomorrow, and I'm gonna grind a little bit, get that first flawless, and then try to take in some information. Maybe I'll have Jay on. If Dave wants to come on again, great. We'll try to have something to bring you on Saturday to talk about what map we got going on, and we're going to be that much closer to Tuesday, and then the following Friday, the 12th, when we get our first taste of the new Trials armor. So see you then.
Show me the loot.
Exactly. We're ready. We're ready for something new, especially in the PvP element. We're ready to get a little something new. So again, thanks for everybody for tuning in. Please like, share, and subscribe this. And as always, Guardians, please stay flawless.